everyone, how are you today? I hope you are doing great today, or at least I can hear some good news from all of you. Well, quick question before we start our talk session today. I want to ask you, have you ever worn batik this week? Or maybe today? Some of us usually wear it for special events, right? Or maybe some of us wear it for campus, and it might be because it's required, right? Well, do you know that batik is not just a traditional clothing? It is not a dress code that we can wear it every day. So today we're gonna talk about National Batik Day. Did you realize that we always celebrate National Batik Day at 2nd of October? Well, batik always celebrate on 2nd of October after it got recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage, and that reminds us that batik is more than that. I mean, it's not just merely a dress code or traditional clothing. It could be more than that. For example, it could be a part of our identity as Indonesian. But besides that, did we really know about what batik is? Or have you ever think about what actually batik is? Because we just often mention it batik as traditional clothing or just our dress code, but we never know about that. Well, how about we listen to the answer? I will pass it to our speaker today, Warda Sanya.
Okay, thank you Dita for the opportunity. Good morning everyone, my name is Warda Sania and it is a pleasure for me to be here as today's speaker. To begin, let me explain what batik is. Batik is a traditional Indonesian textile art that originated centuries ago, especially in Java. It was initially worn by royal families and later adopted by the wider community. Batik is made using a wax resist dyeing technique. In 2009, UNESCO recognized batik as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Batik is not simply decorative clothing. It is a cultural expression that reflects the traditions, beliefs, and daily life of Indonesian society. There are many variants of batik across Indonesia. Each region has its own characteristic. For example, Japanese batik often features symbolic and philosophical patterns, while Pekalongan batik is known for its bright colors and coastal influences. Meanwhile, batik from regions such as Madura, Bali, and Kalimantan shows bold colors and unique motifs inspired by nature and local culture. This variation shows how rich and diverse Indonesian culture truly is.
Oh, that was actually a really good answer. Thank you to our speaker Warda, because that's new information to all of us. But now we should moving on, because I wanna talk to you all about the meaning of batik. So batik patterns are not just randomly made, and I bet all of you already know about it. Every line, shapes, or even the color has the meaning itself. While in the past, curtain patterns were even used only for royal families or just special occasions. So, batik patterns can represent nature, life values, social status, even hopes for the future. So, because of that, wearing batik is just not only about the fashion. Like I said, it is not merely traditional clothing or it is a dress code, no, but also about carrying message from our ancestors. So yeah, it's more than that, more than we think. To explain this more deeply, our speaker will talk about the philosophy behind the batik.
Batik reflects deep philosophical values. First, spiritual values, where batik represents a connection between humans and the divine. Second, aesthetic values, shown through balance, detail, and beauty in every pattern. Third, values of harmony and solidarity, as batik often symbolizes social unity and respect within the community. Lastly, educational values, because batik teach patience, discipline, and perseverance through its intricate process. Through batik, moral lessons and cultural wisdom are passed down from generation to generation.
That National Batik Day is really important because it reminds us to appreciate it more and preserve batik as part of our national identity. So it's really important for every Indonesians people without any exception. This day encourages people, especially young generation like us, to wear batik proudly and learn about its history so you shouldn't be shy or anything when you wear batik. I mean, any patterns of it, you can wear it as long as you're comfortable with it. It also supports local batik artisans and helps keep traditional skills alive in the modern era. So we're good, well, everybody say how it was. I mean, before we end the session, I would like to briefly explain the traditional technique of making batik. Traditionally, batik is made by drawing pattern on cloth using hot wax. I think some of you already know about how it made, or even about the hot wax. I mean, the wax is used to protect certain areas of the fabric so that color doesn't spread everywhere. After that, the cloth is dyed and the wax is removed to reveal the final patterns that we finally use as our dress code, our traditional clothing, or any kind of that. This process shows that batik requires patience, skills, and creativity, which means every piece of batik is unique and valuable. So we really need to appreciate it more. And if you want to know more about that, how about we see the little clip about how to make batik after that for in our session today. Bye bye.